Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Creatine, and sorry if I sound awful. I'm sick for like the 15th, 100th time this year. But anyway, let's get into today's story time. So, this one is back a little bit further, not as far back as the last one. This is like back in, I would say, probably late November, early December of my freshman year. And, it was a weekend day. Cold as shit outside. There wasn't any snow yet. There's never really any snow where I live. And, yeah, freshman me, he wasn't really doing much at the time. I feel like it was either I was doing, like, incredibly fucked shit, or I wasn't doing anything at all. And so far, this had definitely been one of those days where I just was not doing anything. I had been up in my room all day, just been watching, like, TV and YouTube. And yeah, so eventually one of my friends texts me. We'll just call this person Alexis, and she's like, "Hey, do you want to hang out? I've got like a big group of people, and we're all gonna go like hang out at this park." And let me tell you, this park was like the place to hang out at from middle school up until like the end of ninth grade, probably. And I was like, "Yeah, let me just go talk to my dad," because I was at my dad's house at this point in time. And so I got off my phone, left my room, went across the hall. My dad's door was open, and I was like, "Hey, can I go hang out with a few people?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't really care. Just be home by like 9." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, I will." Then I left his room, went back to my room, proceeded to text back Alexis, and I was like, "Yo, I can hang out. Just tell me when like you want me to come down and I'll be there." She's like, "Okay, bet. Just be down here in like 20, 30 minutes. We'll all be down there." And I'm like, "Okay, who's all gonna be there?" And she's like, "Just a few friends. You know who they all are." And I'm like, "Okay, bet." And then I got off the phone with her. I went to my closet. I started picking out some clothes to get ready. And what I was wearing would be very, well, not very important for later, but it would be prominent for later in this story. I had on a like football shirt because I had just played like my first season of football my ninth grade year. And yeah, so I'd gotten ready. I had waited like 20, 25 minutes. I went downstairs. I hopped on my bike because I couldn't exactly drive at the time. I was like 14 years old and wasn't exactly friends with anyone who could drive, or the people I did know that could drive at the time weren't at all in the area because they were all fucking adults and either had moved further away or they were off on their like own adventure doing their own fuck shit somewhere. And so yeah, I rode my bike down to this park. It only took me like 5 minutes. It wasn't that far away. And yeah, I got there. I saw that they were all already there. There was only like 6 or 7 people there. And yeah, who all was there doesn't really like particularly matter. I think the only ones that really mattered were like me, Alexis, and our one friend who we'll just call Tina. And yeah, so we were all there, just having fun, dicking around at this playground for a little bit. And we were going like hanging out there for a few hours. It had to be like an hour or two, and eventually we like walked over to this baseball field by the park that like the high school team would play at. And for some reason, I have no idea why, but this baseball field was like subject to so much fuck shit that happened. Like so many people would vandalize it and just fuck around with it. It was completely unreal. And that was not what we were here to do. We were definitely there to fuck around a little bit, but we weren't about to like vandalize the baseball field or like fuck with the dugout or some shit. Like, all we wanted to do was climb on top of the dugout, and that is what we proceeded to do. All of us, one by one, just like scaled the fence by the dugout and hopped on top. And for the record, the dugout roof wasn't exactly like flimsy, like, it was a sturdy ass roof. And 6 or 7 of us up there wasn't exactly like pushing down on it that much. We were all up there pretty safely. And yeah, we were only up there for like 20, 25 minutes, and we all proceeded to hop down. And right when I'm about to get down, all I hear is just fucking yelling, like, "Get down from there, stop, I'm gonna call the cops." And I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on? So I just jumped the fuck off this dugout. I don't do no like fancy parkour or some shit because, I'm not like that. And when I like look up after getting up from jumping off, I look over and it's just some like older gentleman with like a really scraggly beard, and he kind of looked unhinged, I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely a little scared of this man. I was kind of concerned on where this was going, but yeah, he kind of just walks over and starts yelling at us. He's like, "What the hell are you guys doing? Stop fucking around with the dugout. Like, I'm gonna call the cops. I know the owner. I'll sue you." And we're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? All we did was climb on top of the dugout. He's like, which one of you has like the Sharpies and are drawing words and shit on the dugout? And we're like, none of us have Sharpies. None of us are carrying anything but like our phones and, maybe a few personal items, but we definitely didn't have like Sharpies or paint or like nothing that could be used to genuinely vandalize like a dugout or a fence or the field. And this guy was just like tweaking on us for no reason. And he's like just flipping the fuck out. And then he starts like interrogating us, asking us for our names, and he's just like going around and nobody's saying anything. And then he looks over at me and he's like, "Okay, Mr. Football Player, what's your name?" Because I had a, football shirt on that said like the name of my football team and then like the name of my high school on it, some like emblem on it. And I don't know why, but I just caved and gave him my name. And everyone just like looked at me like, "What the fuck are you doing? You did not have to give this motherfucker your name." And then this dude just starts to lecture us for like the next 10 minutes on like, "You guys shouldn't be doing this. So many people pay money to fix this every year, and it's just like not a good thing to do. You guys could all get in trouble." And we're all sitting here thinking we still didn't vandalize the dugout. And he's like, "So you guys like really don't have anything, like no Sharpies, no paint, no nothing, no markers?" And we're all like, "No, sir, we genuinely like don't have anything. We were all just on top of the dugout." And he's like, "Well, all right, you guys all seem like kind of good kids, so I'll let it go this time, but I better not see any of you kids up there ever again. Got it?" And we're all like, "Yeah, we won't." And that was definitely a lie, but he proceeded to just walk away, and we were all like, "Okay, what are we gonna do now?" And Tina's like, "We can all go over to my house for a little bit." She like lived in an apartment building pretty close by, and we all said okay, and all proceeded to just go over there. I walked my bike over, and we went upstairs, went up to her couch, and just started playing music on the TV. And then her mom walks in, and she's like, "Wow, you all look fucking mortified." And we just started explaining the situation to her, and she's like, "First of all, you're a dumbass for telling that dude your name. Like, you didn't have to do that. He wasn't law enforcement or anything. He's just some random dude. Like, he could use that information against you." And I was like, "I know, I panicked. I just didn't know what else to do." And then she's like, "Honestly, you guys should have just called me over. I would have just beat the shit out of him because there's no reason that a grown man should have been yelling at you guys over that because, like, I don't even think he genuinely knows anyone who owned that place over there." And we're like, "Yeah, we probably should have just called you." And then we all just started hanging out, having a good time, trying to forget about what happened. And eventually I ended up biking home, and I started talking to my dad about the situation. And he's like, "You shouldn't have given him your name. Like, you didn't have to do that." And he's like, "You should have called me." And I'm like, "That's exactly what Tina's mom said." And he's like, "Yeah, because you genuinely, like, didn't really do anything wrong. He shouldn't have been, like, screaming at you guys, threatening to call the cops. Like, the most you would have gotten done is, like, have a stern talking to by the cops, and they would have been like, 'Don't do that again.'" And, yeah, nothing ever really, came of that situation. And come to think of it, I never saw that dude who claimed to have known everybody that owned that playground and baseball field again, and I'd never even seen him before that. So Ranama NPC just appears to make our lives a living hell, then is never to be seen again. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe. It would be really awesome if you could. And I'm gonna upload a normal story tomorrow, and then I'm gonna be streaming Thursday and Friday night because my winter break off school is about to start. Even though I fucking missed today because I was being sick, and then Monday, fucking, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.